1980, he left metagaming concepts and formed his own company called Steve Jackson Games. This company was responsible for publishing games such as Bird in Hell, Car Wars, Dino Hunt, and of course, Illuminati. Now, in 1975, there was a series of 3 novels written by Robert Shea and Robert Anton Wilson, known as the Illuminati trilogy. These are novels about the Bavarian Illuminati, the Discordian Society, conspiracies, both real and fake, counterculture, cognitive dissonance, numerology, which was the inspiration for Jackson, along with cover artist Dave Martin, to develop the Illuminati card game. Understand that Steve Jackson is the game's developer. He did not write and illustrate each card. There were other artists, other people involved. Now, this is where it gets crazy, folks. Steve Jackson does sound like it would be a common name. And the fact is, there is not one Steve Jackson, the game developer. There are 2. One out of the US and one out of the UK. Both game developers. And what's even more bizarre is that they have both worked on the same fighting fantasy game series. Yes, I can't make this stuff up. So here we have this game. There are well over 450 of these cards, with over 300 being official, meaning we don't really know which cards are officially published by the game developer and which cards were designed by an independent artist outside of the company. The object of the game, simply put, is to take over the world. It is played with 2 to 6 players, 2 6-sided dice, money chips representing millions of dollars, and the cards. There are a very few number of what are called Illuminati cards. The UFOs, the Society of Assassins, the Servants of Cthulhu, the Network, the Gnomes of Zurich, the Discordian Society, the Bermuda Triangle, and the Bavarian Illuminati. There is also Atlantis, Adepts of Hermes, and Shangri-La. Each player draws one of these cards, and then collects the amount of income indicated by his card from the bank. 4 group cards are then drawn and put into play. There are various group cards, and they all fall under 10 possible political alignments: government, communist, liberal, conservative, peaceful, violent, straight, weird, criminal, and fanatic. And then there are the special cards. These are the cards that are often traded and sold, and the ones that freak people out the most. These are the cards that move the game. They have the actions, special attacks, and magic. So the player with the highest roll of the dice goes first, and the play sequence begins and continues from player to player until one player has successfully completed a goal. This is the winner of the game. Now, we're going to take a look at these cards, and there are quite a few, and you can decide for yourself if any of these cards are based on truth or fiction. Now these cards come in red, blue, purple, and black. The red cards can be things, places, personalities, and groups or organizations. These cards have named personalities, such as Bill and Hillary Clinton, George Bush, Ronald Reagan, Prince Charles and Princess Di, Al Gore. Here is the Saddam Hussein card. At the bottom left of the card, you can see that he belongs to the violent government group. At the top of the card, you can see an arrow pointing inward. That means he can be controlled by another card. And the arrow at the bottom pointing outward means that he can control another card. This card states, by making a few speeches, Saddam can infiltrate any government, totally distracting them from what they were doing. Thus, by using his action, Saddam can cancel one action of any government group. Well, that sounds pretty accurate. There are places represented like Vatican City, Finland, England, Brazil, France. Of course, being the Illuminati, they even have a Great Pyramid card, a magic card. They also have a moon base card. This is a space, science, and computer card that reads, Moonbase is not affected by any disaster cards except earthquake and meteor. Moonbase gives a +4 on any attempt to control or destroy any space group. If a personality is linked to Moonbase, an assassination attempt against that personality is at -6. However, if Moonbase is destroyed, all personalities there are killed. If you look at the illustration, you can see that the structures look oddly similar to the structures that some believe are actually on the moon. This is the dinosaur park card. I didn't make this up, folks. You can see it. It belongs to the corporate group. And it states, Dinosaur Park can use its action to increase the power of any disaster by 4. As dangerous dinosaurs quote-unquote accidentally escape their shipping containers amidst the chaos. What do they mean by accidentally? And what chaos? It goes on to say, this group and its master may aid or oppose any attack on any corporate or science group. Look at the picture. Over 2 million customers eating. What kind of shit is that? Why is this in the game? Is this what we have to look forward to? Dinosaurs running loose? As in the days of Noah? Oh, and it gets better, folks. Take a look at some of the group cards that are in the game. They have the Congressional Wives, the Jihad. Keep in mind, this game was made way before 9/11. There's the Supreme Court, the KKK. Yes, they actually created a KKK card and put it in the game. They even have a gay activist card. There is a card for the International Weather Organization with a picture of a plane spraying chemtrails causing a tornado. There is an Evil Geniuses for a Better Tomorrow card depicting a man that looks a lot like Bill Gates. There is a Clone Arrangers card. They have a NASA card, a conspiracy theorist card, and they even have a Flat Earthers card. I kid you not. A Flat Earthers card, folks. And this is what it reads. People laugh, but the Flat Earthers know something. For their action, you may roll 2 dice. If your roll is equal to or less than the number of places you control, the Flat Earthers' weird alternate geology has led them to a gold strike. And you may draw as many plot cards as the number you rolled. Now before you Flat Earthers get excited, this card is not implying that the Earth is flat. I've seen people saying that it does, and they are lying to you. It is, however, implying that there will be a movement of people who believe in flat Earth, which is what we have today, a movement. The card does, however, imply that flat earthers know something, which is that the Earth is not what it seems to be, not that the Earth is actually flat. The rest of the cards are action cards and other group cards, and some of them are absolutely hair-raising. They have the terrorist nuke card, or what many like to call the 9/11 card. It depicts an explosion in one of the towers, in the same location which it was hit, right along with the Pentagon card, which shows in an explosion, leaving the rest of the Pentagon